Have you ever felt like you were lost in the crowd when you were trying to get someone's attention? Did you ever wonder if she really saw you, or if you were just another name on her list? To find out how to leave a lasting impression that goes beyond care and affection, let's talk about the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. This ancient philosophy isn't just a bunch of old ideas. It's a useful guide for dealing with the problems we face in love and life today. By using Stoic principles, you can stand out, make an impact, and build a happy, long-lasting relationship. I'm about to give you 11 Stoic-inspired relationship advice that could change the way you deal with people for good. But first, please hit that like button. Please follow the channel and share this movie with someone who could have used these tips. Each of the tips we're about to talk about could help you make your links stronger. First, don't try to get in touch with her. Guys sometimes make the mistake of constantly texting, calling, or trying to stay in touch with a woman they like. But what if I told you that being a little less approachable could make you more attractive? It's not about playing games or being hard to get. It's about showing that you can take care of yourself, just like the Stoics teach us. By not being on call all the time, you show her that you have your own life and interests, which is truly attractive. What Stoicism teaches us: it's important to be independent and find happiness within ourselves, instead of constantly seeking approval or attention from others. If you cut down on texting and calling so much, you're not just trying to be hard to get. You're showing that you live a full life on your own. This change may make her more interested in you, and maybe even a little jealous. She might start to wonder what he's doing now. Is he involved in something interesting? Is he seeing someone else? These questions can make her think about you more often and in a more interesting way. For example, if you used to text her every morning to wish her a good day, what if you stopped doing that? Instead of sending daily texts, share interesting things about what you're doing or what you've accomplished. This will show her that you're not just waiting for her replies. This method can also help you build a healthy friendship. When you show interest in each other while also respecting their personal lives, you show that you're a complex person who doesn't need constant reassurance or contact to keep someone interested. This kind of independence can be very attractive. It makes you seem like someone worth chasing instead of someone who's just waiting around. By choosing to be less immediately available, you tap into the Stoic ideal of self-reliance and emotional independence, casting yourself in a new and more compelling light. This doesn't mean you stop communicating entirely, but rather that when you do reach out, your interactions are meaningful and reflect a life that is full and engaging. Striking this balance can make her miss you and value the moments you do connect even more. This approach not only keeps things interesting, but also shows her that your world is rich and varied, a quality that's truly attractive. Number 2, remain calm during interactions when she reaches out. After some time, it's your chance to truly embrace the Stoic principle of staying calm and collected. While it might be tempting to respond with a lot of excitement, which could accidentally suggest that you've been waiting for her message, the Stoic way is to keep your reply composed and steady. Show that you're happy to hear from her, but also demonstrate that you're not reliant on her attention to maintain your composure. For instance, if she reaches out to you after some time, responding with something like, "Hey, how's it going?" is just right. It's relaxed and friendly, but not too much. That way, you come off as someone who has their own life, but is still available to talk. It's important to let her know that you enjoy her messages, but that they don't affect your daily life or happiness. Having this kind of calm attitude isn't a game. It's a sign of the self-confidence and security that Stoicism values. Stoicism tells us that things we can't change, like someone's text message or their silence, shouldn't bother us. Shake our inner peace and happiness by responding in a cool and casual way. You show these strengths which makes you more interesting and attractive. This method tells her in a subtle way that you're interested, but that your life is already full and happy. This can be very attractive. Some people find it more attractive when someone has depth, strength, and the ability to enjoy life on their own. These traits show a person's character that goes beyond just casual exchanges. Being calm and replying simply gives off an air of maturity and respect, showing that you see her as an equal in this conversation and not just someone to chase or win over. This respectful approach, which comes from Stoic philosophy, often leads to a more genuine interest, which draws her back to enjoy more of your balanced and thoughtful presence. Third, tell your life story in the area of attraction, a key. This idea comes from the Stoic philosophy, which stresses the importance of personal growth and individual pursuits. By living a full and interesting life and sharing glimpses of it, especially when you're not with the person you're interested in, you create a magnetic pull. This isn't about showing off. It's about showing that your life is full and vibrant on its own. This authenticity and vitality are naturally attractive, drawing others to you not just for what you offer them, but for who you are. If she looks at your social media and sees that it's barely updated, it might seem like you're not doing much. But if your posts show the vibrancy of your life, whether it's pictures from a scenic hike, snapshots of a fun night with friends, or highlights from a hobby you're passionate about, you're doing more than just filling up your feed. You're a story of a full and exciting life. This is an interesting read that's not just about the things you do, but about who you are as a person, making your social presence a reflection of a life that's actively lived and enjoyed. Imagine sharing a photo of yourself at the peak of a challenging trail or capturing moments from an impromptu road trip. These snapshots don't need to demand attention. They should quietly showcase your happiness and active engagement with the world. This isn't about showing off or making her feel left out. Instead, it's about offering her a glimpse into your life where she can see you thriving and genuinely enjoying yourself. This approach subtly invites her into your world, presenting your life not only as interesting, but also as something she might want to be part of. This method quietly conveys that you're someone who fully embraces life, finding joy in your own activities and passions. It's akin to declaring, "I'm here living my best life," which naturally sparks curiosity and maybe even a touch of FOMO or fear of missing out in her. She might begin to wonder, what's so captivating about his life? Why am I not part of it? This not only makes her more interested in your world, but it also subtly makes her want to explore it and maybe even join you on your adventures. By taking this method, you show that you follow a core Stoic principle. Focus on making your own life better, and everything else will work itself out. She naturally wanted to know what it would be like to share those experiences with you. This method is subtle but effective at getting her attention and making her feel like she's missing out on something great by not having you in her life. It makes her think that she might be missing out on something great by not having you. This isn't just about making her want you. It's about showing her that your life is full with or without her, which is very attractive. Take on her task, number 4. In the subtle dance of attraction, it's normal for a woman to start flirting with you to see how interested you are. She might back off or appear elusive. This isn't just a game. It's her way of finding out how serious you are. Do you really care, or are you just flirting? This is a normal part of getting to know each other's goals and levels of commitment. Stoicism can help you with this. Instead of focusing on getting her to be your girlfriend, try living a life that is in line with your values. This may seem counterintuitive, but it really does work. Stoics teach the value of self-control and independence, which are naturally beautiful traits. If you focus on being your best self instead of just trying to win her over, you will become more attractive. This way of thinking not only helps you grow as a person, but it also attracts people who value depth and authenticity. For example, if you notice that you're always trying to guess what she wants or needing her approval, you might come across as too accommodating or dependent. That's not the point. Instead, show your individuality by stating your own thoughts and preferences. This isn't about being rigid, but about showing confidence and independence. By showing that you're not just someone swayed by her charm, but someone who can stand on their own, you become more interesting. You show her that your interest is real, without being too much. Stoic philosophy says that we attract what we embody, not just what we want. This means that if you show independence and confidence, you'll probably attract someone who values and appreciates those traits. This approach doesn't just make you more attractive, it also puts you in touch with people who are drawn to authenticity and strength. If you stay calm and stand your ground, she may become more interested in what you're doing or even miss your presence. The key is to show a balanced level of interest, not too far away, but also not too close. Finding the right mix between respect and attraction is what makes you someone she can't help but think about these days. Approach keeps you interesting and desirable, creating a situation where desire and mutual respect can grow. Thrive. Number 5. Share what you know with others. Teaching her something new is a great way to leave a mark and make her miss you. This fits in well with Stoic ideas, which put a high value on understanding and the sharing of knowledge by giving useful information. You're not only showing how smart you are, but also how thoughtful you are and how much you want to make her life better. These traits are not only very attractive, but they also help you build a relationship based on mutual respect and growth. This method shows a useful way to connect, reflecting the Stoic belief in how important it is to make other people's lives better. Think about it. If she's shown interest in something you're passionate about, use it as an opportunity to share a little of your world with her. For example, if you love farming, help her start her own little herb garden. If you're interested in the stars, spend the night showing her the constellations. It's not just about teaching, it's also about making connections and times that bring you closer. This kind of interaction brings out some really nice qualities. You're smart, gentle, and able to connect deeply with someone. This shows that you're not just interested in talking about yourself or doing shallow things. You want to add meaning to her life. If you teach her something new, the time you spend with her will be more memorable. This could make you stand out as someone who adds something special and important to her life. People tend to remember and cherish moments when they learned something important or had an experience that made a lasting impression. By linking yourself with these moments of learning and growth, you become more than just another person. She knows you turn into someone she eagerly anticipates learning from and being around. Additionally, this approach deepens your interactions by emphasizing mutual growth and understanding. Instead of just surface-level talk, this doesn't just build a more meaningful relationship, but it also taps into the Stoic philosophy of improving together, enhancing both your lives. This can strengthen your bond and make her feel your absence more when you're not there, by sparking her curiosity and creating a space where learning is integral to your time together. You position yourself as someone both fascinating and essential in her life. This thoughtful strategy can intensify her fondness for you, making your presence something she truly values and misses when you're apart. If you're still here with us, take a moment to leave a comment below and share your thoughts, or just type super. If you like what you're seeing, please let us know. Your feedback is very helpful and encourages us to keep making great content. Let's keep going together. 6th, don't pay attention to her hint in the complicated dance of modern dating. Social media is often a subtle battleground for attention. For example, you might stop sending her a lot of messages, creating a calm silence between you. In response, she might start posting interesting photos or mentioning you in her updates, hoping to get a response from you. This is a classic move meant to get you back to regular interaction. This push and pull can be interesting, showing a lot about how both of you handle interest and engagement in the digital age. Stoic philosophy says that the best thing to do is to let these attempts pass without reacting. Stoicism teaches us to be self-controlled and not let outside events affect us. Instead, responding with reason and judgment. By choosing not to respond to these social media provocations, you are practicing a form of modern Stoicism. This shows that you are grounded and not easily swayed by outside cues, showing that you are emotionally mature and stable. For example, if she posts an interesting photo from a recent adventure or a status that subtly references a joke between you, your first instinct might be to respond with a like or a comment. But by choosing not to respond, you add a layer of mystery and confidence to your persona. She's probably waiting for your reactions, and your lack of them could leave her more intrigued. This lack of response sends a strong message that you're not just another expected fan, but rather a person with their own life who isn't just reacting to everything she does. This strategy not only keeps you interested, but it also makes you more beautiful by showing that you are independent. This move isn't meant to be rude or aloof. It's meant to show that your attention isn't easily caught by the obvious traps. It shows that you are steady and aren't worrying about what she's doing on social media. Since you're not playing the usual games, you're standing out, which can make you look more interesting and desirable. You should show that you're interested and pay attention by having real, important conversations instead of just shallow ones. By showing this restraint, you not only protect your honor, but you also improve the quality of the link you're looking for. The Stoic principle that we shouldn't let things outside of our control bother us. Instead, we should focus on keeping our inner calm and respect. This can have a big effect on how she sees you, possibly making her more interested in a deeper, more genuine relationship with you. This way not only makes you more appealing, but it also leads to a deeper and more meaningful connection. This is in line with the Stoic value of building relationships based on respect and honesty. Seventh, be humble and connect with others when you talk. It's easy to get stuck in me mode and talk only about your own accomplishments and stories. Stoicism, on the other hand, encourages humility and the ability to listen well, which are important for building a relationship where both people feel valued and acknowledged. When you talk to her, try to find a balance between telling her about your own experiences and actively listening to hers. This approach goes beyond just avoiding the dominance of the conversation. It's about fostering a meaningful exchange where both parties feel heard and appreciated. For instance, if you've just recounted a recent hiking trip, shift the focus to her by inquiring about her outdoor adventures or any hobbies she's passionate about. This not only keeps the conversation balanced, but also deepens the connection between you. This balanced approach conveys that you genuinely value her perspective and are interested in her as a person. Not merely as an audience for your stories. By being a good listener, you embody the Stoic principle of looking outward as much as inward, showing deep attentiveness and respect for her experiences and thoughts. This makes the time she spends with you more memorable and fulfilling, creating a lasting impression that she'll cherish and miss when you're not together. This kind of mutual respect and attention can significantly enrich the relationship, making each interaction something to look forward to. Moreover, by steering clear of a self-centered approach, you enhance your appeal. People are naturally drawn to those who make them feel important and heard. When she thinks back on her interactions with you, she'll remember how you made her feel appreciated and respected, which are very attractive qualities. By genuinely interested in her life, you'll build a stronger connection. She'll be more likely to open up and share stories that are important to her, which will lead to intimacy. Trust that these are the times she'll remember fondly. Don't miss as they score. Focusing on truly understanding and appreciating her, instead of just telling her your own stories, will help you connect with her on a deeper level. By doing this, you'll become someone she not only enjoys being around, but also looks forward to seeing again. Your presence will become something she values and misses, which will make your connection stronger every time you see each other. Bond shows a deep and respectful connection that is both satisfying and lasting. Number 8 adds a bit of excitement. Stoicism may make you think of calm and collected reactions, but it also stresses using logic to make life's experiences, like relationships, better. Sprinkling thoughtful surprises into your interactions with someone can really strengthen your connection with her. This method does more than just add excitement. It shows that you're paying attention to her interests and desires, showing that you're engaged and genuinely invested in the relationship. Think about the power of unexpected acts. If she's said she loves art, surprise her with tickets to a new exhibition at a local gallery. If she loves the outdoors, plan a spontaneous day trip to a nearby nature reserve she hasn't explored yet. These surprises don't have to be big. What's important is the thought you put into them and the pleasure of spontaneity they bring. This keeps the relationship going strong. Imagine how happy and interested she will be when she finds out you've planned a trip to a place she's always wanted to see. This is a surprise that shows you care about her enough to make her dreams come true, which not only makes her happy, but also strengthens your relationship. This is an example of a Stoic principle applied to modern life. While we can't control everything, we can choose how to make the people we care about happier. By planning these surprises, you actively create moments of joy and show your commitment to improving the relationship. This not only makes your time together special, but also makes her miss you and think about you when you're apart, adding some uncertainty to her life. This isn't meant to scare her, but to make the way you show your love more meaningful. 9. Create an air of mystery in your relationships. Each surprise becomes a memorable part of your story together, which strengthens your bond and gets her excited about what the future may hold with you. A little mystery can work wonders, like how a captivating story that slowly reveals itself keeps the audience hooked. Your personal story should unfold in the same way. This is in line with Stoic ideas, which encourage self-control and the thoughtful, gradual disclosure of your character and virtues over time. By revealing yourself piece by piece, you keep the intrigue alive and encourage a deeper exploration of who you are. Instead of telling her everything about yourself right away, let her slowly learn about different aspects of your personality, talents, and passions. For example, you could casually mention your love for painting or a past adventure, but save the details for later. This method of slowly revealing information makes sure that every contact is full of the promise of new revelations, which makes you more interesting and makes every moment you share more eagerly anticipated. Uses our natural desire to know more by telling her just enough to get her interested, but not so much that there's nothing left to say. This keeps the interest alive, like dropping hints along a forest trail. With each one, her excitement for the journey grows, drawing her deeper into the adventure of getting to know you. Dynamic and continuously engaging. Moreover, keeping a bit of mystery can establish a respectful distance that often adds to your allure. Stoicism emphasizes the value of self-sufficiency and the importance of not inundating others with our presence or personal details by holding some things back. You signal that you are a person of depth, not easily understood at first glance. This can make her more compelled to discover more about you, fostering a level of engagement and interest that is uniquely captivating. For instance, imagine that during one date you casually mention your interest in astronomy. Let that detail linger until she recalls it in a later conversation. Then you could plan a stargazing date where you delve deeper into this passion. This method of deliberate paced sharing not only shows that you're an interesting person, but also demonstrates your thoughtful approach and how you reveal yourself to others. It creates a natural build-up that makes each shared experience more meaningful and awaited. This careful restraint turns every meeting into an opportunity to reveal a bit more about yourself, like peeling back layers of an onion. Each new detail she discovers about you enriches her perception and fills the times you're apart with a sweet anticipation of what else she might learn. This method slowly makes her think of you, which makes her miss you more every time you're apart and look forward to the next surprise you'll give her. Control the conversation in the beginning of any interaction or relationship. You might want to tell her everything about your day if she's interested, but a Stoic attitude encourages moderation and restraint. If she asks about your day or life, think about holding back just enough to keep the conversation going. Lively, but don't give her too much information. This isn't about playing games or being sneaky. It's about keeping a healthy balance and space in your interactions. For example, if she asks about your recent trip, don't tell her everything. Rather than telling her about every single thing you did, you could say something like, "It was amazing. I had a great time exploring new places and trying new foods." This gives her a taste of your experience and lets her know she can ask more if she's interested. It also shows that you had a fulfilling and enjoyable trip without giving her too much information. Respecting both her interest and your own privacy, this strategy shows that you value the quality of your interactions over how much you share. It also subtly reflects the Stoic principle that true peace comes from managing our responses and interactions wisely, instead of seeking external approval or oversharing. Also, if you don't tell everyone everything about yourself right away, you create an air of wonder and depth. People are naturally drawn to things they don't fully understand because it makes them want to learn more by sharing details. By doing this rarely, you show that you believe in the worth of your own life and don't need constant approval from others. Living a thoughtful and independent life can make you more interesting and beautiful. This shows that you don't see her as someone you have to answer to, but as someone you want to interact with, taking into account both of your time and hers. By maintaining this balance, you're more likely to keep her interest and encourage her to learn more about you, which will lead to a deeper and longer-lasting connection. 11th, stir up positive. A hint of jealousy can subtly show how valuable you are in social situations, but it's important to be careful and precise with this strategy. This is in line with Stoic teachings about controlling our actions and making sure they reflect our self-respect and dignity instead of overtly saying it. This method involves showing that your life is rich and fulfilling whether she's there or not. This can naturally pique her interest as it emphasizes your independence and desirability. For example, you're out having fun with friends and you take a picture to share on social media. In the picture, everyone is laughing, the mood is lively, and one of your friends is tagged. It's important to be subtle here. You're not trying to make her feel uncomfortable. Sometimes you pique people's natural curiosity without going too far. This approach shows that you have a balanced social life, while hints subtly at your desire to make friends without seeming forced. This strategy isn't meant to make her think you're taken or make her feel bad. It's about showing that you're someone who is fun to be around, even by other women. This can make her see you in a new way as someone desirable and popular, which could make her interest grow. It's a subtle way to let her know that you're liked, and if she's really interested, it might help her see what she likes about you. However, the Stoic view would warn against using jealousy as a strategy. Stoicism focuses on building relationships based on mutual respect and understanding instead of manipulation. Because of this method should only be used sparingly and always with the goal of staying true to yourself. It's not about playing games. It's about showing others a life that they naturally value, which naturally draws them in. This method also improves her understanding of how you interact with other people, making you seem like someone who is liked by others, which increases your appeal. She may be more interested in how she could fit into your life if you tell her about your friends and what they think of you. This isn't meant to be competitive. It's meant to show her that your life is full and exciting, making her want to join and share it. In conclusion, the art of making her miss you isn't just what you do, but how you do it with a dose of Stoic wisdom. This philosophy stresses the importance of acting from a place of self-confidence and inner peace, not from a sense of urgency or desperation. By keeping a calm demeanor, you not only increase your own attractiveness, but you also build a deeper, more lasting connection. It's important to know that desperation can be sensed from a distance and often turns people off instead of bringing them closer. By projecting confidence and keeping a calm demeanor, you increase your attractiveness and the chances of making a real connection. Take a moment to think about how these strategies fit with the Stoic theory of keeping your emotions in check and staying balanced in your relationships. If you thought this discussion was helpful, please leave a comment below with the word "agree" to let us know. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more videos like this one. Sharing this video helps other people find these techniques that work, and subscribing makes sure you don't miss our newest videos. You can talk to us in the comments part. We'd love to hear your ideas and stories. Thank you for watching. For more interesting topics, check out the movie that's suggested on your screen. I'll see you soon.